Going on down the line as we go on this little virtual tour is Dirty Birds Fuel, used to be formerly the Power Alley Grill. That area has all the concessions favorites that we had before, but we have some new items, and I think most of those are, again, here on our left. As we continue down around, we have the Gomar Grab and Go that's been revitalized to have walking tacos and more portable options. I think it's got 4 different hot dogs this year, which is exciting. That'll be a nice place to grab food when you're ready and grab drinks. Further along the line, the Rowdy Shack, we just gave it a nice little refresh. It really needed new signage, it needed new paint. So as we continue this virtual tour, we're getting that taken care of. The next one, it's a big name, is Dusty's Cafe. Used to be the Hot Corner Cafe. Same ballpark favorites at that location, just a brand new name with a lot better service and 2 extra windows, which is even more important to me. And the last 2 I think we'll talk about is the Surfside Portable will be here this year. They have done some incredible things, in ballparks across the United States in the last 2 or 3 years, and I'm really excited to have their products. And we added a smoker out in the left field that is the Grand Slam Grill, and that will have chicken and wings and all of your ballpark favorites smoked, and it's going to smell fantastic on that way. So if you don't make it to that side of the ballpark, I would highly suggest taking the trip. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, for our fans, we are adding, we partnered with Culture City, and between the Gomar Grab and Go and the Rowdy Shack, we are adding a sensory room. And that sensory room is going to be a building that is set aside to allow for quiet and comfort and calming. I think it's very important that we are as inclusive as we can be with folks that need to have a space to get away. But with that, I think that's everything that's new. It's quite a list, so I tried to go through it pretty quickly. But I'll turn it over to Andy Shea, our owner.
Just got myself a new phone. All right. Appreciate y'all coming out, and just beyond excited to get rolling, to have these guys here. I mean, it feels absolutely amazing, and has been touched on a lot. I think the stadium, not that we're biased at all, but I think the stadium looks better than it ever has. And as we're celebrating the 20th anniversary of this stadium, it's really cool that we've been able to kind of reflect and look at old pictures, old stories, but then by all means, always looking ahead. And as we look back 20 years when the stadium was built and all of the things that were discussed, that happened, that didn't happen, and everything, we've really been able to just look at the neighborhood and the development, the partnership that I'm so excited to announce later with the Clay Center. All of the things that we've upgraded, added, changed, advanced in the stadium. I mean, I think it really looks absolutely, and we're coming off of last year, had the most people in attendance over the year that this stadium has ever had, and I may not have records back to 1910 when the first professional season was baseball season was in Charleston, but I feel pretty confident that we beat all of those years. So it was a very successful year, very great year, and always looking to add both everything again that Ben had mentioned in and around the stadium, but then a lot of other things that we're going to be doing that we've already started doing. I am so proud of the partnerships, the communication, the engagement that really has been spearheaded by Jill to bring our players to schools, to little leagues, to you name it. Even before the full team was here, which is really cool and really special. When you look at last weekend, between the first ever Grand Slam school day that was part of spring training, the very next day was one of the coolest ballpark takeovers I've ever seen with Cares, and then Saturday, the home run derby was an absolute blast. I mean, the energy, let alone the home runs, it was so awesome. And to kind of take that into the team, it was so fun seeing it because it did not seem like a group of guys that just got together a couple days before. I mean, the energy, the excitement, the competition, it was just beyond fun. And when you take a look at what PJ built last year as his first year here, but actually happens more times than not. There was a first-year manager that won the league, that won the championship just in 2021. So it was him. But to put that team together essentially from scratch, as hot as we did, we and everyone else took notice, and more than half, a third of our team was picked up by MLB teams, and then right away win the second half, make it to the championship of the league, which was the first championship that a Charleston professional baseball team, has been in since 1990. So building off of that and the roster that he's put together, I get asked a lot in terms of our league and this team, who puts the team together, and I mean, it is 99.99999% PJ. These guys, I mean, he has of professionals. You take a look at some of the stuff that was going on with the fans, with the crowd, the engagement already. We haven't even had our first game, and already is second to none. So that's off the field, but on the field, I'm just incredibly excited to see this. I absolutely love having PJ and Sip here. I mean, it's that simple. Having those guys here, they are the best in terms of this league, in terms of this industry, really, in my opinion. But we've got a lot of great things going on at the stadium, in the community, and really pumped for this guy to tell you about what's going on with the team. So with that, throw it over to PJ Phillips.
Thanks, Andy, for having me out here, man. Very excited to be here. This year, man, it's a whole different team. We had 10 guys signed last year, so we had to rebuild. And I think we did a great job at doing that, So just have faith in us, be patient with us. We're growing as a team right now. The chemistry is very, very good right now. And we're ready for Friday. Got any questions?
What can you tell us about the makeup of this team this year?
Hey, man, one thing I can tell you this, we will win. And these guys will play with a lot of energy. You know what I'm saying? So the pitching staff is looking real good, and the lineup is coming together right now. We just signed a couple guys late, and very excited about it.
Is it a more power-based hitting team, or is it more about speed and getting on base?
We're a little balanced this year. We got a couple guys that, me personally, I got certain goals for certain guys. Got a couple guys hit 20, 30 home runs this year. No pressure on them, but I just got a lot of faith in my guys. We got a couple guys that can steal a lot of bases, a lot of speed, and we're just gonna try to put it all together.
Who be our starting pitcher in the opener?
We got Kyle McGowan starting Friday, Keevan Sampson throwing Saturday, and Jimmy Endersby throwing Sunday.
And what were the factors that went into deciding that?
I mean, Kyle was here last year, so I wanted to go with him. He's our ace, you know what I mean. So we got a couple guys that I could have went with, but he was here last year, and I just felt good about that.
You said you have a mostly new team this year. Talk about the process like in the offseason of trying to find everybody and get everybody to.
I mean, it's tough, man. Trying to rebuild a team from scratch. You know what I mean? So I kind of got lucky because a lot of these guys played with each other before. So I used a couple players to, have guys come here and help me out a lot.
Has that helped with the team chemistry at all? With it being so new that they kind of know each other, there's not a whole lot of people know each other that has to go on.
Oh, for sure, man. I don't think there's a guy here that don't know anybody. You know what I mean? So we got a couple guys that play with each other in AAA. So just ready for it.
There's always been a great crowd here. How important is it that this
Thanks, BJ.
Yeah, I appreciate it.